It started with the pipes. Late at night, I'd hear them clanging, random, sharp bursts of sound. Old building, I told myself. My place was built in the 1920s. Brickwork solid as tombs. I figured it was expansion, settling, air pockets maybe. But then the clanging changed. It became tapping. Deliberate, rhythmic. Like someone signaling. Always the same pattern. 2 slow. 1 fast. Pause. Repeat. I thought it was just in the kitchen. But then it followed me. Living room, bathroom, bedroom. Always behind the walls. 2 slow. 1 fast. I told the landlord. He laughed it off. Sent a plumber eventually. Guy came with a flashlight, knocked on a few panels, then looked confused. "These pipes are dry," he said. "No water?" "None. This wing hasn't had active plumbing in years. Old maintenance system, long shut off." I stared at him. Then what am I hearing? He shrugged, packed up, and said, "Maybe mice." Mice. Mice don't tap with rhythm. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay still, eyes open, listening. 2:37 a.m. The tapping returned. 2 slow, 1 fast. This time, behind my headboard. I sat up, pressed my ear to the wall. Faint breathing. I didn't imagine it. After a week, I tapped back. Same rhythm, just to see. The next night, the pattern changed. She was answering. I should have stopped there. I drilled a hole behind my bookcase, just wide enough for a flashlight. At first, brick, dust, darkness. Then, a blink, a pale eye, looking straight into mine. No scream came out of me, just a dry, cracking sound from my throat. I dropped the flashlight. When I looked again, she was gone. I called the cops. They searched the wall cavities, even brought in a thermal scanner. Nothing. No heat signatures. No signs of entry or exit. The officer said, "You might be overtired." I didn't tell him about the eye, or the way it blinked out of sync. I started sleeping in the living room. Tapping followed me there too. 2 slow, 1 fast. One night, I woke to a whisper. From the vent, my name. Not clearly spoken, not human, but close. Long vowels, like someone mimicking my sister's voice. Badly. The next morning, I found my toothbrush in the freezer. Still wet, chewed. I bought cameras, set them to record motion 24/7. The next morning, they had all been turned to face the wall, every single one. Footage, static, like something was just outside the lens. Breathing. It escalated. Things moved. Cups vanished. Pillows reappeared in the hallway, soaked with water. The drain in my bathtub was unscrewed and left on the floor like a coin. And then, she left a gift. A photograph. Polaroid, taped to the bathroom mirror. It was me. Sleeping. The photo was taken from the ceiling. I checked every inch of the ceiling. No openings, no crawl spaces, no ladder marks. Just that picture. My eyes closed, her shadow in the corner. She was in the room with me. I called a psychic. I know how that sounds. At that point, I didn't care. She entered the apartment. Didn't touch anything. Didn't ask questions. Just walked room to room. In the kitchen, she paused. Then said, "She's been here a long time." I asked, "Who?" The psychic looked at me like I was late to my own funeral. "The Hollow Woman. According to her, some spirits attach to places. But the Hollow Woman isn't one of them. She watches from voids, from between walls, from corners that don't exist. She lives where light doesn't touch. She doesn't want to kill you," the psychic said. "She wants to be you." I didn't sleep that night. Instead, I stayed up, bat in hand, staring at the walls. At 3:12 a.m., she tapped again. Not on the walls, on the mirror. From the inside, I smashed it. Behind the glass was drywall. Except, it wasn't the same paint. It was older, grayer, written in marker in my handwriting. "Do not acknowledge her." I moved out the next day. Didn't tell the landlord, didn't pack. I booked a new apartment across the city. Modern, fresh paint, high ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows, no walls to hide in. I lasted 3 nights. On the 4th, I woke to a voice under my bed. She whispered, "I fit better in you." I checked under the bed. Empty. But the sheets were damp. Not sweat. Cold. Metallic. Like someone had been lying next to me. I smelled my pillow. It wasn't my scent. The next day I shaved. Looking in the mirror, I noticed something. My eyes were a little wrong. Not in shape, in rhythm. They blinked out of sync for just a second. Like someone else was practicing behind my skin. That night, I got a voicemail. From my own number. Heavy breathing. Then, my voice. But not a message I ever recorded. "I'm in the wall behind your face," it said. Then laughter. Low, wet, gurgled, like someone laughing through syrup. I tried leaving the city, stayed with friends, different places, hotels. Everywhere I went, same pattern. 2 slow, 1 fast, tapping behind mirrors, behind walls, inside vents, always following. I started forgetting things. How long I'd been awake, why I walked into rooms, what my own voice sounded like. She wasn't just haunting me. She was practicing me. One night, I saw her reflection. Not in the mirror, in my phone screen. When it went black, it showed a face that wasn't quite mine. Similar. Wrong around the mouth, smiling too fast. Last week, I woke up in the wall. No, I'm not crazy. I woke up inside the drywall, cramped, darkness. I could hear my own apartment, like a movie muffled through plaster. I was tapping, 2 slow, 1 fast. When I blinked again, I was back in my bed, breathing hard, sheets soaked, phone beside me, new photo, me, in the wall. Now I think she's in control more often than I am. Sometimes I lose time. Sometimes I hear myself say things I didn't mean. Sometimes I laugh at the wrong things. And it isn't my laugh. So if you ever hear tapping on your wall, 2 slow, 1 fast, don't tap back, don't listen, and for the love of God, don't drill a hole.